These are all religion themed. This one is religion and violence themed. This is called Lambs to Heaven's Gate. They tell you the meek shall inherit the earth. Then they lead their lambs to the slaughter, as I do to the ones who will follow. You see, the meek wouldn't know what to do with their inheritance. They know nothing of property, ownership, power. I teach them not to understand these values, but to fear them, to sacrifice, to stay meek. I'm the one who tells them how to dress, how to walk, how to kill themselves. All they need is a reason, as long as they don't have to think it through. People will believe anything if you tell it to them just the right way. Give them a few tokens and they'll create icons out of you. But not everyone can guide, can lead the lost, give themselves to the followers who need them with nothing in return. Like the stars, which seem so small, so meek from here, yet are unfathomable, uncontrollable. Like the shepherd, quietly guiding his flock, but holding a stick all the while. I'm the one who guides them to their destiny. Yeah. This is about visions that saints might receive, sort of. This is called Why I Didn't See God. I have to make sure I've got this queued up so I can scroll. Sorry about that. Why I Didn't See God. I would be walking home from school, and the next thing I know is that I was flying an airplane again. The weather was really awful this time, and I had to take a terrible turn to try to get through this air maze. I could feel the controls shaking in my hands, but before I had a chance to land, I would be walking again, almost at my friend's house. Same clothes, no school books, and I'd wonder how I got there, and where was that plane? I remember walking through the fields behind my parents' house and seeing a missile flying through the sky. I stood and watched as the missile landed across the field and the mushroom cloud from the nuclear explosion started to rise. I just watched in amazement as I could feel the shockwave race through the field, push through my body before I felt the first wave of heat whip through me. I can't remember seeing the foliage burning, but I remember feeling my skin burn. Looking down at my hands, I'd feel my skin singe and start to disintegrate. I had this sickly sweet smell. I couldn't shake it until I finally closed my eyes. I opened my eyes, and my friends were in the field with me. I didn't know why they were all looking at me, till I looked down and saw the ball in my hand, and knew that they were waiting for me to pitch the ball. I was medicated for years and couldn't even get my driver's license right away because of seizures. But I could smell my skin from the nuclear blast. I feel the shake from that plane controls coursing through my arms. I watched the nuclear blast. I felt my plane nosedive. I knew they happened. But the doctors would ask me if I hear voices in my head or if I'd hear someone calling my name. And the answer was yes. But things have changed since then. The doctors deduced that I wasn't schizophrenic. I didn't have psychological disorder. I guess that was their way of saying that I was sane. And I no longer get those hallucinations. But recently, learning from a philosophy book, discussing visions the saints saw, I always thought that these were hallucinations of those who fasted for weeks, but were allowed to drink only beer. But this book credited a number of scientists who hypothesized that these saintly visions were products of temporal lobe seizures. Many small seizures. I was an altar boy. I was thinking of becoming a priest, and I think of these visions that preceded men's sainthood, and I think of my memories of brushes with death. It just makes me wonder, If all of my memories, if in all of them, why I didn't see God. Thank you. This last one is related to religion, and it's about sexism, and I get to announce that I, lucky me, have been asked to become one of the 10-minute feature things on June 4th with expressions, because June is a woman, and so they're all going to be woman-related things. This one will not be one of them, though. This is after, it's called Thank You, Women Who Work, number 1. This is a response to a quote from Pope John Paul. And his quote says, "Thank you, women who work. In this way, you make an indispensable contribution to the growth of a culture which unites reason and feeling to a model of life ever open to the sense of mystery." Sorry. Thank you, women who work, because you take on the responsibilities of men while still having to be mothers, wives, good little daughters, and feminine creatures. Thank you, women who work, because you are the ones that we can blame when the family falls apart. Thank you, women who work, because you make a point to do even more than your fair share without being paid fairly, even though no man would ever do the same for you. Thank you, women who work, for you know you have to prove yourselves over and over and over again, and that still isn't enough, so keep up the good work, ladies. I thought about it, but would you like to show a poem by or is it not a good thing to do? Not enough time? I don't know if I've read this here before or not. I can't remember, but...
I think you did.
Oh, do you want to do it? He handed it to me like...
Because it's a...
So because I'm like, I think I've done it with the Saturday Sun. So like, oh, you're taking like... He wants someone to hear it again. All right. This is by I.A.I. This is the name she goes by. I think she lives in Utah now. I don't know. But this is called The Good Shepherd. I lift the boy's body from the trunk, set it down, then push it over the embankment with my foot. I watch it roll down into the river and feel I'm rolling with it. Feel first cold slap of the water, wheeze and fall down on one knee. So tired, so cold. Lord, I need a new coat, not polyester, but wool, new and pure like the little lamb I killed tonight. With my right hand, the same hand that strikes with such force, I push myself up gently. I know what I'd like. Some hot cocoa by the heater. Once home, I stand at the kitchen sink, letting the water run till it overflows the pot, and then I remember the blood, and so did the bathroom, and so upstairs. I take cleanser, begin to scrub the tub, tiles, the toilet bowl, and then the bathroom, mop, vacuum, and dust rag, work for the joy of it, for the black boys who knew too much but not enough to stay away, and sometimes the girls too. How their hands grab at my ankles, my knees, and don't I lead them like a good shepherd? I stand at the sink, where the water is still overflowing the pot, turn off the faucet, and then heat the water and sit down. After the last sweet mouthful of chocolate burns its way down my throat, I open the library book, the one on mythology, and begin to read. Saturn, it says, devours its children. Yes, it's true. I know it. An ordinary man, though. A man like me eats and is full. Only God is never satisfied.